the sudden demise of 41-year-old TV actor Deepesh Bhan, who led a super fit lifestyle, served as a reminder that following a rigorous fitness routine is no insurance against untimely death. He did not smoke or drink. In fact, his co-actor Asif Sheikh revealed how he would at times work out in the gym for up to 3 hours. We spoke to Dr. Nilesh Gautam, consultant interventional cardiology, PD Hinduja Hospital and Medical Research Center Khar, to understand if overexercising can kill and what are the signs one must be cautious of.
So, Doctor, you must have heard about the demise of TV actor Deepesh Bhan. So,
Right.
I wanted to talk on the same line. Basically, all his colleagues, all his friends are talking about how he was fully committed to his workouts and never had a drink, never smoked. He was very, very conscious about his health, was
Right.
getting regular health checkups as well. And some also hinted at, that he was over-exercising. He used to spend close to 2 to 3 hours in the gym. So, I just want to, this obviously brings forth the question that how much is too much? Are people somewhere overdoing workouts? What do you have to say about this?
Definitely. So it's very important first is to do graded training and to realize that we as common men or common individuals who are also professionals, we are not training for the Ironman. So we need to exercise enough to keep our body well toned because for each individual, say 2 to 3 hours of exercise may be very less if you're training for a marathon, whereas 2 to 3 hours of exercise may be too much if you are a normal individual, a professional who's doing a day-to-day job, say. Second is because we need to tailor make our each individual exercise regime, diet regime, gym regime, whatever. The other important aspect is which type of exercise we should do. There is something known as isotonic and isometric in technical terms. Means what do I basically want to convey to the common man is that more amount of aerobic rather than weight training or any form, because if you are going to do more and more amount of weight training, what you are doing is you are increasing the muscle mass, you are increasing the resistance against which the heart has to pump blood into the circulation. So more chances of you getting heart attack, arrhythmias, abnormal rhythm, heart failure, swings in your blood pressure. So if you are going to do aerobics, swimming, cycling, walking, jogging, any form of aerobic exercise, what you are doing is you are reducing your fat content in the body by burning it. At the same time, you are toning your muscles. So that is what is required. Also, if excessive exertion or excessive exercise is going to happen in the form, then it leads to easy fatigability, lack of concentration, because if you're going to adequately exercise, enkephalins and endorphins, these are again medical terminology, means positive hormones are released which cause a sense of well-being. So these are endogenous steroids which are produced by the body, which give you a feeling of well-being and you are healthy. If you do too much, then the toxic hormones or these hormones, they break down and hence exhaustive hormones which lead to increased fatigability, exhaustion, sleeplessness, irritability. All these things start coming up into play. Also, regular checkups is very important because certain individuals, even athletes, well-trained ones, we know they were running on the football field and suddenly he collapsed. So we need to know certain congenital conditions like asymmetric septal hypertrophy. A particular portion of the heart muscle becomes thickened, which is a congenital, inborn error. So these individuals, if they are exercising more or running more, doing more athletic activities, they are more prone to getting abnormal rhythms and hence which degenerates in 30 seconds into a irreversible rhythm, and then the patient ultimately collapses. Also, there are something known as microaneurysms. In the brain, the blood vessels are smaller than 10 times once we divide a hair particle. It has 3 layers. So if aneurysm means one of the middle layer is absent, so there is a small outpouching. So if there is excessive exertion and the pressure in the blood vessels of the brain increases, there is a tendency for these aneurysms or abnormal outpouchings, known as perianeurysms in technical term, to rupture, which again, due to undue stress, exertion, over physical activity, can happen, causing a brain hemorrhage and the individual to collapse, and sudden death happening of the individual. So all these things need to be kept in the mind when we go ahead and exercise. We should gradually do graded exercise, never overdo it, always under supervision, have adequate rest, because to have a big, beautiful, bulked up, beefed up body will look better on cellulite or screen, but then you have to have adequate rest. Now you're going to exercise for 4 hours, 5 hours, pump up the iron, have whey proteins, have increased proteins in your diet, and you're going to work and you're going to party hard because you have to connect socially, so you get more work. So your resting time goes on reducing, which again causes fluctuation in blood pressure, fluctuation in heart rate, more tendency to have heart attacks and collapse then eventually.
Doctor, something that you said is very shocking, that it should be more of aerobic and less of strength training, because you are also, I'm sure, seeing this trend of people shifting more towards weight training, as they feel that it is something that gives them better results than an aerobic workout. So one thing that I would like to understand, for this actor also, because everyone's quite surprised. There's one colleague who's saying that she was making reels with him a night before, and everything was, he was a healthy guy. So what are some of the signs that you feel that people should take note of?
See, if the person feels that, I have exercise, or I have a particular exercising pattern, and I was not feeling tired, but now with the same kind of activity or same kind of exercise, I do feel tired. Or once when in the gym also they do exercise, we have a simple probe, and in our COVID times we've all bought those pulse oximeters which were available for everyone. So simple, you see how much your pulse rises. With same amount of exertion, my pulse was going only up to 100, but now same exertion is causing my pulse to go up even faster. Then all these parameters need to be kept in mind. A simple thing what we say is, how much should I exercise? In aerobic exercise also, how much should my heart rate be? 220 minus my age is the maximum permissible. Now I am going to run at 6 kilometers per hour for half an hour. I am 50, so my heart rate maximum permissible should be 170. If within 15 minutes my heart rate is going up to 180, I need to stop. If I am at 6 kilometers today, I decide to run at 8 kilometers. Within 10 minutes, my heart rate is above 180 and I am 50 years old. I have to either cut down my exercise speed or I have to stop exercising. Above my target heart rate, if maximum permissible heart rate, if my heart rate is going up, I need to come down immediately. And at many gyms, we have sensors now which monitor your heart rate also when you are exercising. So 220 minus your age is the upper limit which you should never cross, what medical science says.
Okay. Thank you so much, doctor. This is very informative. Sure. Thanks a lot for taking out.
Another thing which I would just like to mention in 10 seconds. Sure. With any form of exercise, always incorporate 5 minutes of deep breathing or pranayam. It helps you cool down. It helps all the toxic hormone levels to come down, and you are well in control of your breathing. Because if you are exercising and the first thing you'll know is that my breathing pattern is changing, so which makes you aware. So must incorporate pranayam also along with any exercise regime.
Sure. Thank you so much for adding this point.
Yeah.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.